Hello. So in this video we are going to discuss about the concept of minimal cover table. So in the previous videos we have seen the concept of merger table as well as like the concept of merger graph. So uh, so what is the concept of those means? Those two are the state reduction tools which are used to find the set of maximal compatibilities and which are helpful in this concept to find the compatible pairs, and with the help of these compatible pairs we are going to reduce the number of states in an incompletely specified machine, right? So when we observe the steps what we need to follow, the first step is you need to find the compatible pairs for the given state table using merger graph or merger table. So suppose if in the given question, if the question consists of some 5 to 6 or 7, let it be 5 or 6 states. So what you need to do is you need to find the compatible pairs by using either merger graph or merger table. That's your wish. So as we discussed earlier that if the number of states are more, you can prefer the merger table method. Whereas the number of states are somewhat less, that means 4, 5, up to 6, you can go with the concept of merger graph. So that's your wish. You can use either merger graph or you can use either merger table for finding the compatible pairs. Okay, so you need to find the compatible pairs, not maximum set of compatibilities. It's very important. It's enough to find the compatible pairs. That means if A is compatible with B, A comma B is one pair. If A is compatible with C, A comma C is one pair. Like that, you need to list out the pairs. That's it. Okay. Don't go with the higher order polygon in the case of merger graph, or don't go with the column E, column D, column E likewise. Okay. So in merger graph, the higher order polygon, that concept belongs to the finding of maximal compatibilities. Whereas in merger table, column E, column D, column C, likewise this process depending on finding the maximal compatibilities. Now here they asked only to find the compatible pairs. Okay, compatible pairs is enough. That's why you don't need to go for the internal concept. Just you suppose if merger graph is done, within that graph, after drawing the final graph, you can only list out all the compatible pairs. That's enough. Suppose if you do with a merger table, there also you can list out the compatible pairs. That's it. Okay, no need to find the set of Maxwell compatibilities here. Okay, that is the first step. You need to find the just compatible pairs for the given state table using merger graph or merger table. That's your wish, any one method. Next, after finding that, the second step is you need to draw the compatibility graph. That means in the previous step we may list out some compatible pairs, right? So with that pairs, with the help of that pairs, you need to go draw one compatibility graph. So that how to draw the graph, we will see with an example. So just remember what is the next step. And then third one is after drawing the compatibility graph, you need to find the subgraph of the compatibility graph. Subgraph means in the compatibility graph what you have drawn, you will find a closed surface. That means you will find a closed path which covers some vertices. That closed path you need to find, and you need to note down all the vertices which covers that closed path. Okay, suppose if it is covering like a triangle, you will have 3 vertices and you need to note down the 3 compatible pairs. Suppose if it is like a square, it covers 4 compatible pairs and you need to note down the compatible pairs. That means it should be like a closed path. Okay, if it is a closed path, then it will cover some more than 2 endpoints. So you need to note down that closed path, and that path which covers the states, you need to note down the states. Okay, and last, with the help of that closed path, you need to derive your minimal cover table. So total you have 4 steps. Step 1 is Either by using merger graph or merger table, you need to find the compatible pairs. And second step is, with the help of compatible pairs, you need to draw the compatibility graph. And third step is, in the compatibility graph, you need to find the closed path which which deserves some states which are called as a compatibility states, and you need to list out the states which covers the closed path. That's the thing. And last one is, with the help of that states which are covering the closed path, you need to go to reduction of, obtaining of your minimal cover table. Minimal cover table means the minimum number of states which covers the entire information of the table, that you need to do. Okay, clear? And now if we go with an example, see, you are finding when you are able to see one state table here, which is an incompletely specified table, which consists of then a vacant position where the operation of those input conditions are not defined, right? So what is the process? Now we need to go with step number 1, right? So step number 1, what I said, you need to find the compatible pairs for the given state table using merger graph or merger table. So now I prefer merger graph. Why? Because it have only 5 states, right? So it is easy to me to derive with merger graph than the table. So what is the process of merger graph? As we have 5 states here, you plot 5 points A, B, C, D, E, and start comparing A with B, A with C, A with D, and A with E. Same what I have done the previous. And you draw the final graph. That means after verification of states, that means you will draw a line, and in between the line you will write some space, right? So okay, then we will see step by step. So first I will draw the merger graph for the given state table, and that state table will be, so this will be the merger graph what we will get after comparison of all the states. So again, you need to verify whether the states which are present in between the line are existing or not. That means again I need to cross verify. Suppose if I am verifying A comma E states, so A comma E is compatible only when C comma E is compatible. So compare C comma E. So C comma E in line we have again 2 more conditions. What is that? C comma E is compatible only when AB and BC is compatible. So if we check AB, we don't have a line between AB. So as AB is not compatible, so the entire line will be erased. So in the previous videos, in the previous assignment problems, you have asked a question that suppose if there exist 2 different pairs in between the line, what is the condition? So it means that, see, the right example here, E comma C is compatible only when BC and AB both should be satisfied. If any one of these is not satisfied, then the entire line will be erased. Okay, so here A comma B is not satisfied. So as A comma B is not satisfied, you don't need to bother about B comma C. Simply you can strike off that particular term. So I have striked that entire line. Next, so as E comma C is not compatible, obviously the line between A comma E is also not compatible. So I have striked off that A comma E line also. Next, as A comma E is not compatible, you check the line between B comma D. In B comma D also we have A comma E, so that is also erasable. So after erasing all this, then you verify the remaining BC is present, B is present. So all we have, right? So therefore what we will get the final merger graph, that means the finalized merger graph is, so you will get the simplified graph like this, right? After removing the non-compatible conditions, only you will get the compatible states are like this, and the final graph will be like this, right? So if it is like a previous condition, we need to go for verifying the higher order polygon which covers the maximum compatibilities. Like that we need to proceed. But as now in the step number 1, what they said that they asked you to find only the compatible pairs. So compatible pairs means from the final graph you can say that with A, C comma D is compatible. That means AC is compatible, AD is compatible. And with B, BC is compatible, BE is compatible. and with C already CA is completed already. Next only with that. Next with the D, only DE is compatible. Like that, we need to list out the compatible pairs. Okay, so we will list out the compatible pairs. So I have written the compatible pairs, the 6 compatible pairs as AD, AC, BE, BC, DE and CD. Okay, so if you have observed from this diagram, see, with A we have only 2. What is that? AC, AD. So I have written the first 2. Next with B we have 2, PE, BC. That is written. And with C, already CA is nothing but already a repeated term, no need write twice. Next with D, DE is the only one that I written, and with the last thing is C as CD. Okay, so yes, total we have 6 compatible pairs, which includes this merger graph. Okay, so the first step is completed till now. Now second step is you need to draw the compatibility graph. Compatibility graph means nothing but you need to make these 6 states as 6 different points. Okay, see what I have done here. All the six compatible pairs I made it as 6 dots. Why? Because I need to draw a graph between compatibility pairs, so that's why I made as 6 dots like this. Now how to draw this graph? See very carefully. uh, in the first part, see here, suppose if we are discussing about AD, the first pair AD. So if you see the graph here, the line between A comma D, see the graph here, the line between A comma D includes what is the condition? A and D is compatible only when BE is compatible. Why? Because BE is written in between the line of AD. That means A and D is compatible only when BE is compatible. That means AD is purely depending on BE, right? That's why you need to draw an arrow mark from AD towards BE. It means that AD is depending on BE. Okay, see, first state is nothing but first compatible pair is AD. Now I am bothering about AD. So what is the relation of AD? See here, this AD is nothing but AD compatibility is purely depending on BE. That's why I need to draw a line from AD towards BE. Okay, I have drawn an arrow mark, not a line, arrow mark. It means that AD is purely based on BE. Arrow mark indicates the condition like that. AD is purely based on BE. Now go with verification of BE. Now we are at BE, no? Now you go with BE. Now what is the condition of BE here again? B to E. So BE is compatible only when BC is compatible, right? So BE is compatible only when BC is compatible. So you draw a arrow mark from BE towards BC. Why? Because BE is depending on BC. So you draw a line from BE towards BC, an arrow mark from BE to BC. See here, I draw a line, an arrow mark from BE to BC. Now we are at BC. How BC is going to operate? See, BC. BC is depending on AD. That means BC is depending on AD. That's why BC is compatible only when AD is compatible. Then how to draw a line? BC point should be reached to AD point to an arrow mark, right? This BC point should reach AD with an arrow mark, right? So it is clear, BC is reached to AD with an arrow mark. Now we are at AD, right? That means again we have started to same point, right? We started with AD, we came to BE, and again we started with BE, we came to BC. Next BC, it is AD. So it is nothing but a closed path. Okay, so leave it now. Now what are the remaining 3 states? CD. So C for CD. How CD is responding here? CD is compatible only when DE is compatible. So what is the condition? The CD point should reach to DE point with an arrow mark, right? CD towards DE. Is it clear? As CD is depending on DE in the diagram, CD is compatible only when DE is compatible. That's why CD is drawn towards DE. Arrow mark is very important. Don't replace the position of arrow marks. CD is compatible on DE. So CD should reach to DE. not DE to CD. Don't cross reverse, don't draw the reverse position. ఓకే, ఏ స్టేట్స్ దేని వల్ల కంపాటబుల్ అవుతున్నాయి చూడండి. ఇక్కడ CD ఈజ్ కంపాటబుల్ ఓన్లీ వెన్ DE ఈజ్ కంపాటబుల్. కాబట్టి DE వైపుకు మనం ఆరో మార్క్ డ్రా చేయాలి CD నుండి. ఓకే, మీరు రివర్స్లో డ్రా చేయకండి. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ CD టు DE అయిపోయింది. నౌ వీఆర్ ఎట్ DE. సో హౌ DE ఈజ్ డిపెండింగ్ హియర్. చూడండి, డికి ఈకి మధ్య లైన్ చెక్ చేయండి. D అండ్ E ఈజ్ కంపాటబుల్ ఓన్లీ వెన్ BC ఈజ్ కంపాటబుల్. దట్స్ వై ఇప్పుడు మనం లైన్ ఎలా డ్రా చేయాలి, DE పాయింట్ నుండి BCకి డ్రా చేయాలి. వై, బికాస్ DE ఈజ్ కంపాటబుల్ ఓన్లీ వెన్ BC ఈజ్ కంపాటబుల్. దట్స్ వై డ్రా an arrow mark which shows that DE is compatible only with BC. So draw a line, arrow mark from DE to BC, right, like this, clearly. Now the only thing which is remaining stable is AC, which is remaining alone. So see for AC is purely compatible. We don't have any other state in between the line. AC is purely compatible. That means that directly line is drawn. We didn't have states in between the line. So purely compatible means that point will be left aside. Why? Because we don't have any other points. So we are not able to draw an arrow mark. So that leave it aside. Now this is the compatibility graph what you got. Now in this compatibility graph, what is the third step? We need to find the subgraph. That means a closed path in your compatibility graph. Closed path means you can clearly observe here AD, BE, BC. These three vertices are covering a closed path. That means when you start from AD, you will go with BE, again you will go with BC, again you will go with AD. That means if you process to that path, wherever you start, you will end in that position only. మీరు ఏడీని స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే బీఈకి వస్తారు, బీఈ నుంచి బీసీకి వస్తారు, మళ్ళీ బీసీ నుంచి మళ్ళీ ఏడీకే వస్తారు. అంటే మీ స్టార్టింగ్ పాయింట్ ఎండింగ్ పాయింట్ ఒకటే. చూడండి ద పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ ఆరో మార్క్స్. AD is moving to BE, BE is moving to BC, again BC ఎక్కడికి మూవ్ అయింది, ADకే మూవ్ అయింది. అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్ క్లోజ్డ్ పాత్, రైట్, వేర్ ద స్టార్టింగ్ అండ్ ఎండింగ్ పొజిషన్స్ ఆర్ సేమ్, రైట్, విచ్ కవర్స్ ద త్రీ వర్టిసెస్. సో దిస్ విల్ బి యువర్ closed path, which is called as subgraph of your compatibility graph, right. So the closed path is nothing but which covers the vertices with AD, BE and BC. So you with an dotted line you can draw that particular shape showing that it is a closed path. Okay, now the third step is completed. Next you can go with fourth step. What is fourth step? We need to find derive the minimal cover table with the help of this particular closed path states. So closed path states are 3. Therefore this particular state table can be covered within a 3 states. So you can write a line like this: as the closed path consists of 3 vertices, the entire given state table can be covered within 3 states. Hence it is called as a 3-state machine, right. The closed path consists of only 3 states. So the entire given table can be covered with the help of 3 particular states. Hence it is called as 3-state machine. In the given question there are 6 that you can cover with only 3. That means the reduction is done here. You call that as minimal closed covering. Okay, we call that as minimal closed covering. That point to add here. Okay, then how to write the final table, right. Now consider these 3, that means AD, BE, BC as some other names as PQR, whatever it may be, or XYZ. Consider them as a PQR or XYZ. Okay, so I considered AD as P, BC as Q, BE as R. That's your wish. You can decide BE as P, BC as Q, AD as R. That's your wish. There is no rule to consider this as this, that as that. That's your wish. You can consider any one of these as P, any one of these as Q, any one is as Q. Now how to verify this or how to write this final table? So first you frame a table. So now this is the final framing table. Final table. It is framed like this under conditions of I1, I2, I3, and I4. So the 3 considered states PQ are written here. Now how to fill up this table? So the first is nothing but A comma D. So A comma D comparison, right? So A comma D, if you observe the state table A comma D, under I1 what it is there? Under I1 A comma D both are vacant, right? So you can replace this I1 as vacant. Okay, see here the first P, what we consider P, A comma D states. A comma D is considered as P. That's why I am comparing A comma D. Under I1 both are vacant, so I replaced here vacant. Now go with I2. A comma D I2. So what you will get? You can replace the same E comma 1 above, so that you will get E comma 1 as your answer, right? So if you compare I2 of A comma D, I2 of A comma D, so I2 of A comma D thing, but dash with E comma 1. You can replace this E comma 1 as it is here, so that you will get the answer as E comma 1. So E comma 1 is the answer. So E comma 1. So you see the conditions where the E is present here. Actually you will write E comma 1, right, in I2, but E అనేది మనకి కన్సిడరేషన్లో ఎక్కడ ఉంది? E అనేది చూడండి, here E is in the consideration of R. సో E comma 1 అని రాసేదన్నమాట. సారీ, రాయాల్సిన దగ్గర మీరు ఏం రాస్తారంటే R comma 1 అని రాస్తారు. వై? బికాస్ E is in the place of R, consideration of R. You need to write actually E comma 1, but that E is presenting in the consideration of R, so you write as R comma 1. Next, go for I3 for A comma D. A comma D I3. మనం అప్పుడు ఏం రాయాలి అక్కడ? you will get the states as E and B. I3 కండిషన్లో అవుట్పుట్ సేమ్గా రాసుకుంటాం 1 అని, కాకపోతే నెక్స్ట్ స్టేట్స్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయంటే E కామా B అని ఉన్నాయి. సో E కామా B అనే మన కన్సిడరేషన్లో ఎక్కడుంది చూడండి, E కామా B అనే పేరే ఉంది మనకు రెడీగా, అది R లాగా ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ కూడా మనం ఏం రాసుకోవచ్చు, R కామా 1 అని రాసుకోవచ్చు I3 దగ్గర, R కామా 1. నెక్స్ట్ I4 చెక్ చేయండి. A కామా Dలోనే I4 ఎలా ఉంది? A కామా Dలో I4 రెండు వేకెంట్గా ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి సేమ్ వేకెంట్ని ఇక్కడ రాసేసుకోండి. క్లియర్? నెక్స్ట్ సెకండ్ వన్. ఇప్పుడు వీ నీడ్ టు కంపేర్ B and C. B and C I1 ఎలా ఉంది ఇక్కడ? B and C కంపారిజన్లో I1 బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్, C కామా 0. సో C కామా 0 అని మనం రాయలేము ఇక్కడ. మన కన్సిడరేషన్లో C ఎక్కడ చెక్ చేసుకోండి. C అనేది Qలో ఉంది, రైట్? Qలో ఉంది కాబట్టి Q కామా 0, Q కామా 0. నెక్స్ట్ I2 కండిషన్ ఫర్ BC A కామా D అని ఉంది, అంతేనా? I2 కండిషన్ ఆఫ్ BC అవుట్పుట్ సేమ్ ఉన్నాయి, నో ప్రాబ్లం. A కామా D, A కామా D ఎక్కడ మన కన్సిడరేషన్లో P అని ఉంది, సో యూ కెన్ రైట్ ఇట్ యాజ్ P కామా 1. Okay, for B and C we have A comma D, which is A comma D is present in P, so you can write as P comma 1. Next P comma 1. Next I3 చెక్ చేయండి. I3లో BC I3 ఎలా ఉంది? BCలో I3 ఎక్కడ ఉంది? B అని రాసుకోవాలి మనం, ఎందుకంటే పైన ఉన్న B కామా 0ని కింద వేకెంట్లు ఫిల్అప్ చేస్తే మనకి నెక్స్ట్ స్టేట్ అనేది B అనే వస్తుంది, అవుట్పుట్ 0 ఉంటుంది. సో అవుట్పుట్ 0 ముందు రాసేయండి అక్కడ. ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ స్టేట్ ఎలా రాయాలి? మనకు వచ్చిన వాల్యూ ఏంటి? B. సో మీ కన్సిడరేషన్లో చూసుకుంటే B అనే స్టేట్ Qలో ఉంది, Rలో ఉంది. R అని ఒకటి చెప్పలేము ఎందుకంటే Qలో కూడా ఉంది, పోనీ Q ఒక్కటే అని చెప్పలేము, Rలో కూడా ఉంది. సో ఎయిదర్ Q ఆర్ R. సో ఎలా రాస్తామంటే ఇక్కడ QR R అని రాయాలి. Q-R అంటే QRR, 0. నెక్స్ట్ I4 ఫర్ BC చెక్ చేయండి. I4 ఫర్ BC A, అంతేనా? A రాసుకోవచ్చా? A అనేది ఎక్కడ ఉంది కన్సిడరేషన్లో? P దగ్గర ఉంది. P P అనే దాంట్లో A ఉంది కాబట్టి యూ కెన్ రైట్ యాజ్ P, 0. ఓకే, సో ఇలా సెకండ్ రో అయిపోయింది. థర్డ్ రో ఏంటి? BE. సో BE అండర్ ఫస్ట్ I1 BE ఏముంది అక్కడ? BC వచ్చింది అంతేనా? BE చెక్ చేసుకుంటే I1లో BC ఉంది. BC ఎక్కడ ఉంది? ఇక్కడ కన్సిడరేషన్లో Q దగ్గర ఉంది. సో అక్కడ ఎలా రాసుకోవచ్చు అంటే Q, 0. Q, 0. నెక్స్ట్ I2 ఎలా చేస్తారు? అప్పుడు సేమ్ BEకి కంపేర్ చేయండి. I2 A వస్తుంది, A, 1. A అనేది ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? Pలో ఉంటుంది. సో P, 1. నెక్స్ట్ I3 చెక్ చేయండి. I3 ఫర్ BE B, E I3 BC వస్తుంది. BC ఆల్రెడీ మనం ఇక్కడ ఒక అజంప్షన్ చేసుకున్నాం Q అని. సో Q, 0. నెక్స్ట్ లాస్ట్ I4 చెక్ చేయండి. BEకి BE ఆఫ్ I4 B, 0. B, 0 అంటే B అని ఎక్కడ ఉంది? సేమ్ పొజిషన్. B అనేది Qలో ఉంది, Rలో ఉంది. కాబట్టి ఏమని రాస్తారు? Q/R, అవుట్పుట్ ఆల్రెడీ 0 కాబట్టి 0. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ యువర్ ఫైనల్ మినిమల్ కవర్ టేబుల్, రైట్, విచ్ ఈస్ టు బి solved like this. Okay, so first A, D if you considered as P, you check that A, D to be compared for I1, I2, I3, I4. ఆ కంపారిజన్లో మీకు వచ్చిన స్టేట్స్ అనేటివి ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి కన్సిడరేషన్లో? Pలో ఉన్నాయా, Qలో ఉన్నాయా, Rలో ఉన్నాయా చెక్ చేసుకొని దాని ప్రకారం రాసుకోండి. ఓకే, ఒకవేళ రెండిట్లో ఉంటే సపోజ్ మనం ఇక్కడ రాసాం కదా Q/R అని రాసాం కదా, అంటే Qలో ఉంటుంది, Rలో ఉంటుంది. B అనే స్టేట్ Qలో ఉంది, Rలో ఉంది కాబట్టి Q/R అని రాసాం, అంటే QR R అని అర్థం. ఒకవేళ P అండ్ Qలో ఉందనుకోండి P-Q అని రాస్తాం, P/Q అని రాస్తాం, అంటే PR/Q అని. ఓకే, 2 స్టేట్స్లో ఉంటే ఈ విధంగా R లాగా రాసుకుంటారు, Q-R. ఓకే, లైక్ దిస్ you need to fill up this minimal cover table. So by this your 4th unit will be completed. So practice all the problems, your merger table, merger graph, minimal cover table and partition technique. Only 4 important topics in your 4th unit. Okay, thank you.